Ask Mr. Trent to join me in the office, will you?
Yes. Trouble?
Big trouble.
For who?
From Simpson, sir. The watch on Brady's flat was not from the 5th, it was earlier. Brady was missing for 2 days.
Missing?
And the 2 contacts that he said were safe have both been arrested. Both contacts arrested. Brutally beaten up. Date, sir?
The 24th, the night Brady left. The night he crossed the frontier.
Brady's flat was being watched from the 4th, and he knew it. He let his courier walk into a trap.
That's only conjecture.
We'll put it to Brady.
Now, I want to talk to the girl first. Then we'll deal with Brady.
He'd been out there a long time.
We have a drink to finish, sir.
How about that?
Thanks, Mr. Brady.
Usual, sir?
Thank you, Donald.
The scotch for me. What was it? News from Simpson? How are things over there?
Just as you left them? Thank you.
Good. They're not still looking for me.
Yeah.
No. Anything about...
No, it's just the winding up.
Please sit down. Just a few points to clear up. We've received a report today on Brady's flat. Is there anything you now wish to add to your statement?
I've told you everything I know.
Then I'll refresh your memory. On the 5th, the evening when you almost walked into the secret police, how long since you'd last seen Brady?
A week.
Was this usual?
I saw him only when I had a message from Dr. Richter.
And that evening you were taking him a message from Dr. Richter?
Yes.
Had Brady been in touch with you during the day?
No.
Where had you been during the day?
At the university. In the library.
He could have telephoned you.
Yes.
Did he?
No.
Had he been in touch with you the day before?
It was the 4th, the Sunday.
No.
So, on the 5th, Dr. Richter gave you a message for him, and when you were free from work at about 6 o'clock, you took it to Brady's flat.
Yes.
But fortunately, you spotted that it was being watched.
Yes.
Then you went to look for Brady, to warn him. But it was quite late, about midnight, when you finally traced him to a cafe.
Yes.
Was this cafe near his flat?
No.
Was it near the safe house?
Yes.
In...
Jer Street.
When you met him, when he turned up, how was he?
As always.
Didn't he seem worried about anything?
No.
You told him that his flat was being watched. Was he surprised? I mean, didn't he seem surprised then? Didn't he seem worried?
It's hard to tell when Mr. Brady is worried.
It's about midnight when you finally caught up with him. Did you tell him that you'd been looking for him since 6 o'clock?
Yes.
Did he say where he'd been?
No. I gave him the message from Dr. Richter and then...
Yes, and you talked about the watch on his flat.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Was he concerned that you'd almost walked into it?
Of course.
Did it seem to you that he already knew about it?
No.
Had he been keeping away from the flat the whole evening?
No.
Did he tell you that he tried to get in touch with you during the day?
No.
Did he say anything like that?
No.
Did you know that he'd put you in danger? He just took the message as you brought and then asked you to go and see if they were also watching the safe house.
Yes.
Which was near the cafe.
It's about 3 minutes walk away.
So you checked the house for him And then he asked you to go and see if they were also watching the flat still.
Yes.
Did he think they'd go away?
Sometimes they just watch a place for a day to see who goes there.
People like you.
Yes, but I am always careful. I saw them and walked past.
When did Brady take it seriously?
When they raided his flat.
During the time you were in hiding together, did he give you any reason for his absence that night?
No,
Or any reason why they should raid his flat?
he didn't know.
We have received information that his flat was being watched from the previous day, the Sunday. That means that he knew about it. He kept away from the flat for 2 days, and he had not warned you.
He wouldn't do that.
He didn't even try to warn you.
I didn't ask him.
He had plenty of time to tell you, did he?
No.
If you'd gone to the flat on the previous day, they would have been in the flat and you would have been caught. You know that's how they work.
He wouldn't do that to me.
He did. Now, I've got 3 questions to ask you. I want you to be very careful with your answers. What is there between you and Michael Brady?
I was his courier, nothing more. I was a friend of Dr. Richter's, that is why I worked for him.
Were you ever questioned by the secret police?
I was questioned at the university about certain of the students and the books they ask for. Everyone is questioned.
About this matter? About Brady or Dr. Richter?
Never.
Last question. Do you know why they were after Michael Brady?
No.
All right, that's all. I'll get Lieutenant Saunders to take you to your room. You'll stay there until I send for you. And you will not talk to Brady.
Oh, I think she can talk to Brady. I'm sure you have some questions you'd like to ask him. As you said, we require some answers.
Brady's still riding high?
It isn't an open life. They get used to having secrets.
What did he say?
The same?
What?
They asked again about us.
What did you say?
Told them the truth. There was nothing.
It's best to tell the truth.
They asked if I had been questioned by the secret police.
Were you?
No.
Walk?
Yes. I'll get my coat.
What did he say about the flat?
If I had gone there on the first day, I would have walked into a trap. I would have.
You didn't.
They asked if you gave me a reason for being difficult to find. I said I didn't ask.
You want a reason?
It's none of my business.
That's right. Do you want one?
They asked if you tried to warn me. Your friend Trent asked.
Trent?
He was there.
Why are you telling me this?
Mr. Trent said I could talk to you. Brian said I couldn't. But Trent said I could.
I see. Tell me more.
They want to know why you didn't warn me. You hadn't been at the flat for 2 days. They say you knew.
Do you want an answer to that?
No. It's my job to trust you.
It's all a matter of trust. We were both in your hands, Richter and myself. Tell me, if I had told you, would you have stayed with us? Would you have taken the warning to Richter and to the embassy?
No.
No.
Where's Brady?
He's gone for a walk, sir, with the girl. Should they be together?
Why not? It makes no difference whether Ryan tells him or she tells him. It could bite deeper coming from her. Have we had anything in from Simpson about the arrest?
Not yet, sir.
This is Trent. Put me through to the cipher room, please. Marshal, Trent here. Anything in from Simpson? Oh, good. Scramble, will you? When did it come? No, I'll take it now. Hmm? Thank you, Marshal. Send a copy to Control. Tell him I'd like his comments tonight, and I'll be in London tomorrow morning. Mark and Andre, rather brutal. Richter's house ransacked, and all on the night Brady was crossing the frontier.
Got out just in time then, sir.
This suggests that he knew.
He came back. It doesn't explain that.
We brought him out, and Richter insisted on coming. I think the girl was lucky she found him that night. He had to bring her.
He's a good man, a thoroughly good operator.
And he can charm a bird off a tree, but not now. Yes, I think it's best that he talks to her first.
Isn't it time we went back?
No need yet. Trent wants you to talk to me, so he's in no hurry. What was the report from Simpson? The check they made?
I don't know. Mr. Ryan had it.
Was it one page, few words? Or was it a full report?
One page. It said they were looking for you at the flat on Sunday.
It was possible, so I wasn't there.
You could have told me.
I didn't send you. Richter did.
Did you warn Dr. Richter?
You did.
I only did what I thought was right.
It was never an easy business. Some of us were expendable.
You weren't.
Oh, yes, I was.
But they told you to come out.
To try to come out. And I brought you. What else did they say?
That you took too long?
What else did the report say? From Simpson?
I don't know.
It's time you went back.
What does it say?
Enough. Now we want your answers. We know that your flat was being watched from the fort. Where were you?
At the house in Joe Street.
The safe house.
I was working 3 contacts. Richter from the flat, the other 2 from the house. Each was a safe house against the other. Richter's messages went to the flat, the other courier took messages to the house. Security was good.
But the girl Reich knew the other 2 contacts.
Yes, she'd met them once about a year ago. When the other courier was ill. It was in February. You said it was urgent.
There was a military exercise on the Czech border. It was important we got the information.
Have you anything against her?
No. Simpson confirms that you were at the library on Friday. There are 2 days missing. Saturday, Sunday. What happened?
It's the weekend. I usually spend them wandering around the city, seeing what's going on.
Just wandering around.
Yeah.
On Saturday night.
Why?
On Sunday they were looking for you.
On Saturday night, I was at a party. It was part of the job. They are sociable people.
Who's there?
It's a private party. A few musicians and their wives, a few government types who like music, a few writers. But I was supposed to be a librarian. They like to talk about books and keep in touch with the West. That's how we make friends. Andre was there, but I didn't speak to him.
Did you make an approach to anyone at this party?
No.
What time did you leave?
Oh, about 3 in the morning. They always go on pretty late.
And went where?
To Joe Street.
And on Sunday?
Late night, late morning, I lay in bed.
What did you do during the day?
Stayed at home. Seems I was lucky.
Why?
Well, you say the secret police were looking for me.
Didn't you know?
Can happen any time. It's a chance we take.
So you spent the whole of Sunday at the safe house?
Yeah.
Simpson reports that you were seen in Mashonyi Street at midday by a member of the embassy staff. You challenge that?
No.
He also says that in Mashonyi Street there is a police headquarters. Is there?
Yes.
Had you been to that police headquarters?
Yes.
It isn't in your statement.
Then let's put it in my statement. On the Saturday night I was at a party. You asked me if I approached anybody. The answer is no. But an approach was made to me.
By whom?
A writer.
Sheverkin.
Yes.
Sheverkin is known to be a solid
party member, I know that. But even the solidest party member will come over if the time is right. He made a casual approach. First time was to talk about a book. Casual, but wanting information. Then I noticed him talking to Andre for a while. He came back later and talked about the London publisher of the book. Casual again, but he'd never been friendly before, so I encouraged him. It's the way a new contact can start.
With him?
With anyone. If he had a proposition to make, I was prepared to listen. Well, when the party was over, he was a bit high. He offered me a lift home. And it was then I felt sure there was something he wanted to say to me in private.
Did he?
But he was a bit high. On the way home, he ran into the police, or to be more accurate, he ran onto the pavement and the police were there. He was taken to the police station. I had to go along with him as his witness, as his friend.
You were taking a chance?
Well, I had no option. I mean, I had to go along and speak up for him. But it was an ordinary police station, not the secret police.
What happened?
Well, the usual thing. Who are you? Turn out your pockets. Hide nothing on me I shouldn't have done.
What time was this?
Little after 3 in the morning.
But you were kept there until 12.
Well, it was a Sunday morning. There was only an inspector in charge. Sheverkin is a solid, important member of the party, and they wanted the right sort of brass there to sort it out. Well, the brass didn't turn up till 11 o'clock. They took one look at him, dropped the charge, and turned us out.
Who turned up to take a look at him?
2 chiefs of the secret police.
And they took a look at you?
Of course. I was a foreign national. It was only a motoring charge, and it was dropped. Sheverkin was a writer, I was a librarian. Nothing suspicious. On Monday morning, the embassy could have sorted the whole thing out.
They didn't wait until Monday, did they? They turned you loose and they were waiting for you at your flat. Sheverkin led you into it. A brush with the police, and they had a reason to start to check on you.
All right. But let's be clear about this before we go any further. I took a risk, but it was one I was able to handle. I knew they'd be there waiting at the flat to say they were sorry and have a look around, so I had to keep out of the way till Monday morning. Then the embassy could have made a protest and explained I was nothing but an ordinary assistant librarian. Sheverkin had been speaking to Andre at the party, so I had to get in touch with Andre to see if anything had gone wrong.
Did you get in touch with him?
Yes, I did. He was of the opinion that Sheverkin was trying to lay a trap for him and for me. It was after I left Andre that Magda found me and brought the message from Dr. Richter. The trouble only started when Richter sent those documents. Everything was in hand and I could have sorted it out. But once Magda saw them watching the flat and warned Richter, he might have panicked, and he was your man. I had to tell you.
You said nothing of this in the message you sent?
There was no need.
The 2 contacts you left behind, they're quite safe.
Yes.
The 2 contacts you left behind, Andre and Mark, were both arrested as you crossed the frontier.
Let me see.
They wasted no time. They knew just where to go. 2 contacts arrested. The courier you left behind arrested. Which brings us back to your visit to the police station. You were arrested.
No.
You were held for 9 hours, from 3 until 12. You were questioned, you were released, and your network was rounded up.
No.
Then how do you explain it? Would you like me to play you back your first statement? About not knowing how the cover was broken? About being warned by your courier? About everyone being safe?
No.
Come in.
Control, sir. On the phone. He'd like a word with you.
Thank you, Saunders.
You think I was turned by Shevikin?
All caught.
All typed out and neatly filed away. Brady, 307, restricted. A warning to future control officers. They still won't know the answer.
Trent here. Yes, sir. I'm afraid it's rather worse than we thought. I'd like your comments on the dispatch from Simpson. Yes, well, I think... But don't you feel that... There could be some credit for getting Richter out. Yes, sir.
You really think I gave something away?
You lost 2 contacts, and you lost a courier. And you tried to cover it up.
I took a chance on Shevikin. It was my job to do it. I thought I had him. And he had me. 4 years in that job was too long. Now what?
I've spoken with Control. I'm taking you to London.
I didn't let anybody down.
Mike.
Not knowingly.
Your network is broken, and you knew it.
I saved your friend Richter and the girl. You could judge me on that.
Control is the judge.
What happens to me?
You said you liked the work.
Yes.
We'll find a job for you.